Scientists all agree that the Earth is indeed warming up.
Indeed. But there's still to be seen if the cause of this warming is due to humans or if it's just cyclical.
So, what must be done? Should we cut down on pollution and coal combustion, or is it just the natural cycle of things?
We're here to find out.
Science rules.
Right till we see the sunlight on the clock.
You caught me in the middle of my research about rare waterfowl. My name is Lord Belfington Dorkinston III. Is Lord Behooverman III, Lord Bonidas III, and I'm an eco-historian. When you talk about the history of global warming, you have to go back to the 1930s, when a man by the name of Callender, along with a bunch of other scientists, looked at that the world was basically getting warmer. Callender was the only one who really thought carbon emissions and the greenhouse effect were to blame. But many other scientists discredited him because they claimed that carbon emissions could not be held in the atmosphere. Later on in the 1950s, there was lots of scientific funds given out. Groups of scientists confirmed Callender's initial hypothesis, and they found that carbon emissions were indeed held in the atmosphere. And this created a very large turning point. This is a very contested part of eco-history, and people really think that that's where it took off. Now in the 1970s, people were very confused about... Sir, I asked for base accompaniment, not base overpowerment, please. Thank you. In the 1970s, people were very confused, and people were calling it global warming, people were calling it global cooling, and there was not very much of a consensus. It wasn't until 2001 when the IPCC decided to... Sir, please. I'm an eco-historian. Anyway, and the IPCC decided that basically global warming was real. And so after that, Al Gore released his video or documentary, An Inconvenient Truth. And I guess basically what I'm trying to say is, ugh!
Hello, I am Dr. Vidar Balakrishnan Vittal. I'm eco historian from India. I have just immigrated, and I am very good eco historian. My British friend over here, he recommended that I wear all of this thing because all American wear this thing like a cowboy. All American or cowboy. So I said okay, why not? So I am very neutral. Two sides to a global warming. One side says, oh, it is a fossil fuel combustion, all this gases get caught up in greenhouse effect, and everything gets very hot, very hot. Other side, oh my god, other side says that it is a natural cycle. Earth heats up, cools down. It is not our fault at all, because Earth is part of natural cycle that it has always been a part of.
Hi there. I've owned this land for 45 years. And here in America, we don't believe in global warming, and I'll tell you why. It's all cyclical. Sunspot activity from the 1400s onward has clearly shown an increase in temperature on the globe, despite any carbon dioxide changes. The emissions caused by American automobiles like these do not affect the atmosphere one little iota, and I can tell you true, because I'm an honest man.
Hello, I'm here to tell you that there is indisputable evidence that the world is heating up because of human activity. There has been a huge rise in the industrial combustion of fossil fuels and emissions of cars and other things, and this has caused an enhancement of the greenhouse effect, which means more gases are trapped in the Earth's atmosphere, thus causing more sunlight to be trapped and causing an increase in the global temperatures. This is causing lakes to evaporate, ice to melt, you know. Yeah.
Well, I do definitely agree that there is global warming going on, but I don't think it's at all to do with the activities of humans. The sun activity record from the 1400s onward, they started recording sunspots to, see if that did anything to the weather. And the correlation between that graph and the graph of carbon dioxide levels from the ice record are very, very different. The carbon dioxide levels lag by about 100 years apart from the temperature change at that time. However, the sun activity record correlated with the temperature record is much closer and has almost no lag as far as the temperature change is concerned. So if you ask me, it's a sun matter, not an issue of carbon dioxide.
What if it's both?
Well, that's definitely a possibility. I think there's just so many factors you can't boil it down to, it's just the sun, it's just carbon dioxide. I mean, we have an effect on our environment. Saying that we don't have an effect on our environment is ludicrous. But the extent to which we affect our environment is really the main issue. I think that
So whether we cause global warming or not, we should definitely cut down on pollution.
absolutely, even if it doesn't, have an adverse effect on the Earth's temperature, it's still not pleasant to have smog and, that kind of thing, and pollution.
So opponents of people, well, the opponents of global warming, man-made global warming, should still advocate less pollution.
Exactly. A sound environmental practice, regardless of the reasons for it, is a good idea because man-made, chemicals that we synthesize don't belong in the environment because we made them. They belong to us, and we shouldn't be pouring them into the oceans or into the atmosphere or anywhere else.
So either way, whether we cause global warming or not, we should use clean coal technology, clean stuff like that.
Absolutely. Well, want to make out?
Yeah.
So there you go, folks. There's the facts. Who knows? Maybe there is global warming?
Maybe there isn't.
Exactly. So we got the facts for you. I guess you got to decide.
Indeed.
Bye for now.